Yo, long time since when I do one of these in a people. I have to fix up this thing as a okay. Content. So good. All right. Got the live stream up. Got that popping. Yes. Beats going live. So good. I think I got one viewer. You need to, hey, if I got one viewer, you need to hit the like, bro. You need to hit the like. One person viewing, you need to hit that like. You know what I'm saying? What are you waiting for? You're the only person watching, and you're gonna hit the like. You know what I mean? Yeah. Liberties is that. One person, you know. I know it's you. One person. Yeah. So good. Yo, boxing here. What's good? Susan M. Bless up. Bless up, people. What I mean. Get them likes, people. Get them likes going. See that? 90, 90 listen, 9 people watching. I expect 9 likes. 9 people watching, 9 likes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world in boxing? We're gonna talk some boxing. Why is everyone triggered about that Sydney Sweeney thing? It's stupidness. It's stupidness. So you're telling me now, right? They're gonna do these set up adverts to deliberately trigger and distract you, and people fall for it. Is that what's going on? You know what I mean? Who felt who's triggered by that? No one in this group is triggered by that. You know what I mean? What about Terence Crawford? Man threatening lawsuits, on YouTubers. These YouTubers are crazy, bro. Some of them go over the top, don't they? They go way over the top. What's up, Jam Down? What's up, Susan M? What's up, Boxing here? Alleging that Terence Crawford is on PEDs. Are they that butthurt by the the Spence demolition. It had really done that much damage to them. I see one of them. I see one of them look shook, boy. Like they'll wipe up one little pocket change you have. No, they'll wipe you out. Hey, it's defamation of character. Is what it is. Jam Down says, got far too many important things going on in life to be concerned about anything some little Hollywood girl is saying or doing. I should hope so, Jam Down. I should hope so. You know what I mean? Yeah. Long things. So who's in this group here? What did I just do there? Whatever I did there, I messed up my I can't see who's in the thing now. Let me see. Let me go down a bit. Never fast with the chat. Why fast with it, innit? I have to watch it through StreamYard now. I've done some stupidness. All right, okay, sorted it out. Copyright King Beats. Why the weird voice? I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Copyright King. You can't copyright this. I can throw your ass out though, and I will. You know what I mean? I'm an old son of an ignorant Jamaican. I'll throw you out of here quicker than quick. Not a problem. All the weird voices you don't want to hear, throw your fucking ass out. I'll tell you that much. I'm in a very belligerent mood. You know what I mean? Yeah, too many important things jammed on concern some little Hollywood girl. You know what I mean? Lord Man Batten's book. Grow up, Beats. Nah. Get the fuck off my stream. I don't want pussy. I'm not tolerating pussies in the stream. I won't be tolerating you. I won't be tolerating you. If you can't deal with my mannerisms, you get the fuck up out of it. It is what it is. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? So, any more insolence, Lord Mountbatten? You sound like one of them private school boys who got did up the flipping jacks. You'll be out of it. Okay? Behave yourself. This is my stream. Yeah? Remember whose stream this is, yeah? Before you guys get too confident, remember whose stream this is. Remember who's in charge. Don't forget who's in charge. Yeah? Boxing here. Do I think the Romford Bull will make any improvements with a new trainer? No. He'll make some improvements, but he'll make some. He'll make some. But Sims is not going to have him there trying to box like, you know what I mean, Chris Bird, is he? He's going to have him getting in there, have a row, isn't it? And like, you know, Johnny ain't got the whiskers for that, is he? You know what I mean? He ain't got the whiskers, be a lead puncher and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the whiskers. You know what I mean? Yeah, Johnny can have a row. I mean, he's going to get thumped up. We get thumped up. Well, what do you reckon, boxing? Yeah, how far can Johnny go with Tony Sims? How far can he go? Let me know. What do you think about this Terence Crawford situation? Terence Crawford threatens lawsuits on YouTubers. Let's see if they've got any information on that. Defamation suit. Yeah. Champ Size talking about it. I mean, they've been making their views of Terence Crawford and defaming his character for a long while. Somebody's got to do something, surely. You know what I mean? In all fairness, the LDBC ain't even down with that. Most of them are Spence fans. They're against these people. They might be liable for the lawsuits. You know what I mean? In all fairness, they're saying, no, enough's enough. You're telling lies on the man. He failed a PEDS test. Where's the evidence? Hmm. Mm-mm. That's crazy. I'm trying to find a story. I don't want to look at a YouTuber. I want to find if there's an actual story. Terence Crawford is always in the hot water. It's now with YouTubers. Before it was with Bob Arum. I think I don't trust these guys here, man. They just look weird. If I don't trust people, I think just get rid of them, innit? Just get rid of them. Yeah, just get rid of them. I mean, the stream will be better if you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Right, I'm trying to find some information on this story. Not much. Not much. Just some idiot boys, really, innit? Some idiot boy them. You get me? Soul Glow. It's true, you know. I won't build a channel by blocking, but we'll still try in it. Let's see how we get on without you, innit? Let's see how we get on without you. You're right. You might be right, you know, but all right, let's see how we get on without you. So go. Let's see. Yeah, imagine real life, you wouldn't say anything. All right, cool. Oh dear. Boxing here, not too far to be fair. Who do you think he should have run out with? I think it's all a bit close to the Crawford fight to start throwing mud about. I just want to get to fight man. Who do I think who should have a run out with? Who do I think? Crawford? Crawford's fighting Canelo next. No runouts. Guzzy. It only takes one win against a YouTuber for defamation for the floodgates to open. This is a solid channel. Yeah. Jam down. Maybe a wild take, but I feel like boxing is about to enter another winter akin to the post Lennox Klitschko era. The upcoming guys don't really have the personality to captivate a big audience. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the heavyweight going back to the lack of interest the Klitschko brothers provided. I don't see it going back to that. Fight the power. Be careful. These people report you to YouTube. Where are these weird people? You look all weird. I don't know none of you people, man. I don't know none of you people. Like, why are you telling me that? Weird comments right now. Am I being trolled on here? I ain't staying on, you know. I'm getting off, man. I'm getting off. If this is the luck, I ain't done live streaming for a little while. If this is what's going on, I'm getting off. I'll be off out of it by half hour. Trust me. I ain't staying on this. It's the internet. You know nobody anyway. What the fuck, boy? What the weirdos? I don't like weird people, you know. I don't like weird people around me, bro. Seriously. Let me get rid of you, bro. I don't like weird people, bro. Don't like weird people. How do I see Dills versus Moses, says EJ Boxing Live? Um, I've tried to weigh it up, man. It could be too soon for the kid. It could be. It could be. I think I've always said that it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. And it's all about how Moses copes with the whole occasion, build up and fight. It's not. I don't think he's fighting the best Dillian. I don't think he's fighting the best Dillian. But somebody, it was Jarrell Miller, said that either he saw or somebody saw Moses Torma on some Bambi legs in sparring. He's been hurt before. They're saying Dillian looks in good shape, but being in aesthetic shape doesn't really tell us much. Because if you're shot, you're shot. You see once you're shot in boxing, you can get muscles, six packs, and all that. You're shot. If you're shot, you're shot. You know what I mean? DJ says Dillian is going to stop him. Moses not ready. He's been fast tracked. That's interesting. You've got Dillian. Yeah. Dillian looks refocused though. You know what? What I liked, yeah, like he did bun up Derek Chisora the other day, boy. He did bun him up pretty bad. You know what I mean? He said, I nearly took your soul. What are you phoning me for? Telling me why I'm taking a fight. I nearly took your soul. You bun him up. He bun up Derek, bruh. Whew. Jam down. Moses is untested, particularly with taking a punch from a decent puncher. Well, Dillian can punch. Dillian got that left hook, man. Dillian got that catch and shoot. EJ says, yep, power, not all that. You're not impressed with Moses' power? Did you see the punch he did land on the Australian guy? He took his jaw off his face. Richard Orlu, I don't think Dillian is naive. He has taken this because he has seen something. Jay Woods, Moses in a 4. EJ says Dillian and Buddy is a nice team. Yeah, but he's been so inactive. And then we've got to look at that last performance. It was the last performance against the Ghanaian. He didn't look good in that fight. He didn't. And Frank Warren hasn't picked Dillian for Dillian to upset the apple cart. I'll tell you that now. You know what I mean? They came to use Dillian as a stepping stone. It's a good fight. I love the fight. It's getting a lot of criticism, especially in America. They're saying this overhyped kid jumping the queue. Well, he hasn't jumped the queue yet. He's still got to beat Dillian. You know what I mean? Before we talk about Usyk, the man has to beat Dillian. Dillian is going to be looking at this like, if I fumble this, there's no more big paydays. You know what I mean? Guzzy says, yep, missed those Dillian interviews. Yeah, Dillian looks like he's on it, bro. Richard, I like the look of Moses, but yes, he is untested. Yeah. Jam down. He says, Dillian never had great footwork, and the poor shape he's been in for the past couple of years will not help his footwork whatsoever. You see the big problem with Dillian, yeah? It's the legs, isn't it? Yeah. If the legs can't, because Dillian don't really move his head like that. You know what I mean? And if the legs can't get him out of the way, and Moses starts fast, it could be trouble. It could be trouble. Blue Collar said, I can't get the Tete fight out my mind. White looks shot. I think his best bet is to roll the dice early. Boxing here. Dill versus Moses is interesting. I hope they go some rounds, whatever. Would be nice to see what both have in the tank in the later rounds. Moses ain't looking to make that fight extend. He's looking to get Dillian out of there early, bro. That's what Moses is about. Guzzy says Dillian has taken a few O's in his career. You mean L's or O's? EJ says who the guy he beat? Weak. Who are we talking about? The Balugan, the last guy that Moses beat? Yeah, that guy wasn't that good. That guy was there to enhance the highlight reel, and he did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, Moses would box him up. Boxing here, he'd been in the long grass. Brewer lost at Jam Down. You're probably right. Casuals are wise to what a fast boxing has become, with different promoters, sanctioning organizations, and TV stream companies protecting their interests. Yeah, but you're saying like what boxing has become. There's always been elements of everything you've spoke about since the inception of professional boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everyone protect their interests in boxing. That's how it's structured. It's always been like that. You know what I mean? There was one middleweight. I was doing the research. I just found the research I was doing a long time. I just found it recently. His name is Jimmy Pritchett. Yeah. Um, he was from Nottinghamshire. Not was he from Nottinghamshire? Yeah, Nottinghamshire, right? And he had a record of 32 and one loss. The one loss was his last fight. This is in the late 60s. He went to Italy and challenged for the European title. He lost by a DQ in the 13th. And then he retired. He retired with a very statistically good-looking record. You know why he retired? And this wasn't a color line. He retired because all the action was in London, and them London promoters used to discriminate against the fighters outside London. He weren't getting no opportunities. He couldn't get to fight Mark Rowe, the British champion, at middle. Boxing's always been like that. If it ain't a color line, it's a geographical line. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely school time, EJ. You know what I mean? Like time for the lesson, innit? I got to give a little bit of a lesson. Yeah, like I was shocked, man. I was shocked. Because I didn't even know that about British boxing. That if you weren't in the right part of the UK, yeah, they discriminate against you. Yeah, you get discriminated, you get left out. Yeah. Blue Collar says Hergovich versus Adelaide is a weird fight on that card for Adelaide, though it's a risk worth taking. Don't think a loss really affects his standing that much. It's a very is it a random sort of matchup? Like nobody was expecting that one. And you know what it is about that fight there, right? Hergovich still hasn't really had that performance as a pro. He's got some decent wins, but he's never had that performance. And Adelaide, well, what's the journeyman he lost to? But they gave him the decision. The durable guy. I forgot his name now. I like that guy. I've seen him fight at the York Hall. I forgot his name. He didn't win that fight, but he looked pretty good against Solomon Dakers. And you saw what Dakers done to that Eastern European, that supposedly big punching Eastern European. He made him look silly. Yeah. Sokolowski. Halil Sokolowski. There's no way, right? Yeah, that's the one, blue collar, right? There's no way David Adelaide won that fight. No way. No way. Yeah, that's it. Kamil Sokolowski. Yeah, Kamil. And yeah, and like David was getting outboxed by TKV. And listen, the end of that fight was just weird. It was just weird. I don't know what to make of David Adelaide. I really don't. Yeah, that's what I hear. He's doing damage in bare knuckle now. Yeah, Kamil. I mean, man's a laborer. Man's a laborer and a pugilist. Imagine getting in a fight with Khalil in the pub, boy. That'd be your time, bro. Yeah, bare knuckle. Bare knuckle, mate. EJ says Dave Allen, the same guy, just the boxers are not that good. But that Johnny Fisher, man, Bosch kebabs and all that. It's corny, isn't it? Let's keep it a buck. If anyone agrees with me, just say yeah, cool. It's all that Bosch kebab and that shit is corny. Now he's got a fan base of it, but that is corny. It's kind of I don't want to say who thinks it's cringe for British boxing. If anyone thinks it's cringe, just speak your mind. Just speak your mind. Don't worry about the bots. Speak your mind. Yeah. So what? You don't think Dave Allen can beat this Makhmudov? Blue collar. He's tired of the gimmick era in British boxing. Yeah, the Bosch, and his dad. Like the way his dad started crying after the first fight with Dave Allen was ridiculous. Oh, Gareth, you can't come around my house no more. Like, what is this? It is a real dude. You can't come around my house no more. You can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. I'm gonna ban you from my ass. I don't know. Brewer, I always judge boxing's popularity on how many current boxers my work or football friends have heard of. That's actually a decent gauge. You know why I say that, yeah? Because when I was a lad in the 80s, like most people who I work with, let's say not hardcore football fans, right? They would have all heard of Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, Lloyd Hannigan, Nigel Benn, Eubank, Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Larry Holmes. They would have heard of all of them people. But all the fighters who think they're big now, like let's say this was the 80s and I was in the Winter Hell, they would know Tank. A few of them might know Tank Davis's, but not many would know Tank Davis. But the Tank Davis fan base will swear on their existence that he's the biggest thing since Roberto Duran. They'd all know Roberto Duran back in the 80s. They'd all know, like, you know, Hagler, Leonard, Hearns, Duran. They'd all know them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, man. Aaron Daly was good. Gosh. LT, he likes Allen versus Makhmudov. See the thing, you know what? You know what? I'm kind of like I'm messing about with that. I'm saying Dave Allen's got a chance. Like Makhmudov's probably gonna wear him out. He's gonna wear him out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Dave's gonna, you know, do the interview after. I'm sorry, I let him down. Okay, Jam Down says the point Brewer loss just mentioned is part of the reason why I feel boxing may enter a winter. Yet I'm yet to see the next Mayweather Jr. and Patman that will help generate the interest. Um, does it have to go back? Yeah, you might be right. You know, there's always been a flagship player like Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, um, Ali, Tyson, etc. There's always been a flagship guy. Yeah, could be right. Could be right. But then again, like with all the promoters working together, see, like, okay, let's stick to like recent contemporary history. You know, the likes of Floyd, Pacquiao, they excelled when there was a lot of Cold War politics, isn't it? Like, look how long it took their fight to make. If Turkey was around, we wouldn't have to wait so long for that fight, probably. You know what I mean? Um, I think this era here, if they continue putting on undisputed fights and getting the best to fight the best if they can, it might not need a flagship player. And in all truth, you can never tell when the flagship players are around the corner. You can never tell. The beauty of the pencil was good. Brewer says, I got an award at the Southern Area British Boxing Board of Control Awards dinner. Johnny Jr. also picked up an award for best fight. He and his dad were absolute gentlemen, but still the Bosch thing is cringe. Yeah, they seem like nice people. They do. They really do. You know what I mean? But the way his dad acted after the first Dave Allen fight was just it wasn't good. It weren't good. Um, what other news have we got? Give me some news, people. Give me some news to talk about. You know what I mean? You know the old boy's brain starts seizing up on them team day. Brain starts seizing up. You know what I mean? Boxing dementia, pugilistic syndrome, and all that, you know. All right. What's happening on Twits? Anything got going on Twits? Anyone saying anything worth listening to? right. What's it been playing? Collapse. All right. Yeah, collapse the pocket, bro. Collapse the pocket. What was it playing? No, it's not. All right. It's just playing up. My Twitter's playing up. You know what? It's because I won't go premium, you know. You think I ain't noticed it's been messing up since I ain't gone premium? It's giving me the most issues. Like there's a picture of Vernon Forrest and Shane Mosley. Remember that beating Vernon gave Shane? That just came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. He was just catching hands, bruh. The Viper beat up Shane that day, you know? Beat him up. Proper beat down. What's going on here? 1 minute ago, Frank Smith, Ben Whitaker, who I believe is the most commercially valuable fighter in the UK. What's going on with him? I like Ben Whitaker. At the Birmingham show, I spent time with him. I've known him for many years. I really like him. I think he's got every attribute to be the star of British boxing. Right? He's talking to Rico because Rico he's on the Boxing Voice these days. I think he's done. Trying this job. Yeah. We'll see. I'm trying to poach him. That's what's going on. Like they're saying this is a brilliant video by Joseph Parker. He's used that. I like the song, that 80s what would they call it? Kind of music. 80s British. I don't know what genre of music they call it. Let me just pause for 2 seconds. Yeah. Parker. Like he's done a video where he's miming the words to the song. Was it and he's talking to Usyk. What's the lyrics called again? I can't remember the lyrics. I can't play it because get violated. The hip hop sound is well agitated. Don't ever waste no time on the played out egos. So here's but the rhyme with the scenario. Watch as I combine all the juice from the mind. Heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come rewind. Powerful impact, boom from the cannon. No bragging. Try to read my mind. Just imagine vocabulary necessary when reading into my library. Oh my God! All right, Brulos. The fact my friends were more interested in me meeting him over John Conte is a damning indictment on how far boxing has fallen. But yeah, but Conte hasn't been a relevant celebrity for years. They don't even know who John Conte is. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of people in this chat that don't know who John Conte is. You know what I mean? They don't know what belt he won. Like he beat Jorge Amuda for the title, I believe, in 1971. Jorge Amuda. Yeah. They don't know these people, man. Fought Chris Finnegan. Lost his belt to Mark Parlov, the Yugoslavian. Then came back, lost a couple of fights to Matthew Saad Muhammad, and it was done. They don't know these guys. They don't know them. They don't know them. They don't know his, you know. I mean, because if I met John Conte, I'd just like that to be talking to him for. I mean, he'd probably get pissed off. What are you asking me so much questions for? I mean, 'cause I used to talk about John Conte with my old man. That's why. So, you get me? You get me? You know that was it. Yeah. Jam down. Beats. What do you make of the options for Boots at 154? When I heard Josh Kelly, I had to shake my head. I don't see what's wrong. Like, well, you see what it is, Jam. Now, and I'll phrase it like this: yeah, the Josh Kelly fight is okay, but when these fighters are so inactive, then it's not okay. If you're gonna only fight twice a year, then people don't really want to see Josh Kelly. If you're gonna have 4 fights a year, Josh Kelly would be okay as one of them 4 fights. You know what I'm saying? But um, no, I don't know. Josh Kelly, did he price himself out or something? You know what I mean? I don't know what Boots is doing. We have to just wait, innit? Boots seems like he's just mulling over what he wants to do at 154. He obviously is being very cautious about making that that step up. He's being very cautious. The beauty of the pencil says Parker is gold, very creative. Look, see the thing is, I hear what you're saying, beauty of the pencil, right? But them videos, what he done calling out Usyk, them videos work well in the lockdown. You know what I mean? They worked well. They were funny. They were a welcome relief from what was a stressful time, man. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of him getting a fight with Usyk, I don't know. Yeah. Brewerless. My point is that personality will get you further than talent, financially at least. Yeah. Yeah. Well, a part of that has always been a part of boxing. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, Raymond Hells, big up yourself, Raymond. Big up, big up. Brewerless. Conte was superb. Mainly talking to him about recovery. I think Josh Kelly boots. Bad clash of styles. Josh Kelly's a bad clash of styles for everyone, man. You know what I mean? Let's keep it being. Josh Kelly is just, you know what I mean? Let me stop tearing up Josh. Anytime I speak about Josh, it gets negative. It gets negative. Not gonna lie. It gets negative. You know what I mean? Um, who saw the Regis Progress Jojo Diaz fight? That was a really good fight, man. Golden Boy put some good fights on, you know. I'm not gonna lie. That's some good fights. I saw a bit of Duarte versus Sims. It wasn't a bad fight, you know. It wasn't a bad fight. Like Regis's reflexes are shot in it. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya said the most sensible thing he said in a while. He said he don't want to make the rematch between Ryan and Rowley. And as a promoter, you know, it's his duty not to put on a fight that he's got a blueprint from the first one that it was a dud. Like, how is Ryan asking his promoter to make that fight? Like, Ryan didn't show up, he didn't throw no punches. Now he's claiming he was injured going into the fight. Well, why did you take the fight then? You was out how long for? You might as well waited a few more months or weeks, or whatever, and healed up and then took a fight. You know what I'm saying? Watch Regis's legs. Regis's legs did that dance in that first round. He caught that left hook. That's Jojo. Jojo trying to go to work. See? All that boxing with that lead hand down by his waist. You know what I mean? When you get older and the reflexes go kaputs, then you start to get lick up like Regis is getting in. That's when you start to get tump up in it. See, when them older boxers get older, man, you got to really like get your craft and your technique on point to compensate for your lack of athleticism. You know what I mean? Gotta get your technique on point. It's only because Jojo can't really hit that hard at that weight class. why Regis didn't get knocked out. Regis could have got knocked out bad. Did you see the shots he was catching? He was catching some shots. Yeah, John Conte was class, bro. He was class. From Liverpool. He was a bit of a playboy back in the day. See, when like John Conte and his pomp, bro. John Conte was on the front page of the newspaper quite a lot, and sometimes for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? He'd be clubbing and womanizing, and you know what I mean? Yeah, John Conte is a bit of a lad, but he was very talented. Very, very talented. He was a cartel fighter, trained by George Francis. Yeah. Yeah. Beauty of the pencil. It may work getting Usyk in the ring. Sky Sport has the video call out. People may notice. Nah, Usyk's done too. Listen, Usyk has done too much work to have to obey sanctioning body orders or Joseph Parker or Sky Sports or Sports Sky. Usyk's done too much work. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear me saying that. Usyk is now going to call the shots. Usyk is one of the most important boxers, right, of his generation, who's being talked about, depending how people see it, as an all-time great. Yeah? Usyk will fight who he wants to fight if this is his last fight. And that's that. He'll fight who he wants to fight. Daniel, what's up? Big up Daniel Cole. Mr. S. Sky Sports seems to be rebuilding with an increased Premier League offer. Ben dropped the ball as the good times look to be coming back. You know what was strange? Sky Sports did a boxing piece today, and they had Caroline Dubois, who obviously, you know what I mean, was a Sky and boxer fighter, but they also had Dave Allen, who's working with Matchroom right now, and Dalton Smith on there. So they want to do content, obviously. I still got to watch that video, actually. I want to watch it. You know what I mean? What's happened with Ben Shalom? Just radio silence. Like, basically, that company's crashed, hasn't it? It's crashed right now. You have to imagine it's crashed, but I could be wrong. Mr. S. Regis is done from Haney, could put him over. Shot was good, but in his day. Shot, but was good in his day. Yeah, I guess when David Haney's putting you on the canvas, yeah, like, your whiskers were being compromised. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean that's it in a nutshell, Daniel. Like, his biggest mistake was hanging around Tyson Fury, and Fury mugged him off. Yeah, I'll never fight you, Joe. You're my younger brother, like, yeah. Well, you're the champion. You got the belt. Let me hear you say that when you ain't got the belt. When you ain't got the belt, tell me who you fight from, who you want. Beauty the Pest say true beats at Usyk calling the shots. I totally agree. Yeah, right now Usyk's going to be calling the shots. He's going to be calling the shots. You know what I mean? Usyk can fight who he wants, and you know, like, don't get me wrong, he can't indefinitely do that. Like, let's say he doesn't fight my guy, the New Zealander, and he takes a soft touch. Let's say he fights soft touch. Then the public are going to start, yo, what go on? You know what I mean? You're going on like Fury now. You know what I mean? Who you trying to fight now? Like Jake Paul? You know what I mean? What you did? Then you'll start, getting backlash. But right now, he could probably fight who he wants to fight. Mr. S, if Sky smart, they will sign David Allen as a pundit. Yeah. That's if Mahmoud don't knock out the last of the brain cell there, Mr. S. EJ, the Sky contact is up for the Hopefully we find out soon. Yep. Coppin09 at Mr. S. Sky no boxing money is unpredictable money compared to football and even darts. Well, that's it, Coppin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to rush back in. You know what I mean? They're not going to rush back into boxing because, like you say there, the boxing money is very unpredictable and it's complicated on how you make it work. It's not as easy as people think. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you might get lucky. Like, Eddie Hearn got kind of lucky when Anthony Joshua signed with him. You know what I'm saying? Got a little lucky. As good as a promoter he is, he got a bit lucky. You know what I mean? Daniel Cole says, don't be surprised if 5 versus 5 is AJ versus Yoka. AJ ain't fighting Yoka, you know. AJ said if Makhmudov can beat Dave Allen, he's going to fight him next. That's who he's going to fight. Yeah. Yeah, the darts is huge over it, but like a lot of Americans probably think darts. I mean, hey, listen, Daniel is right. That darts pulling crazy numbers. People love darts over here. Yeah. The pub sports. Terence Crawford plays darts. He whooped Eddie Hearn's ass at darts, didn't he? Remember that? Yeah. Coppin09 says darts does good viewing numbers. Yes. 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 See, that's one of Matchroom's. Yeah, there's a video on it today, Daniel. Yeah, that AJ said he'll fight Makhmudov if Dave Allen if he can beat Dave Allen. Yeah. See, Matchroom practically own darts as a franchise. They practically own it. You know what I mean? Yeah, boxing is like, see, and after that, what Ben Shalom did with it, they're not in no rush. They're not in no rush to go back into boxing right now because, like I said, you need certain components to get into boxing, right? You need a good promoter. They haven't got that. Eddie's gone. You need a flagship player. AJ ain't there no more. They're not in no rush. Rush to do what? What are you gonna do? Put Ultimate Fighter on there? Nah, bro. Nah. We'll just chill, have a look, and if they probably see a good fight, or I mean, and a promoter comes up with an idea and they can perhaps monetize it, they'll probably go in and broadcast. But they're not in no hurry. Big up Naeem from Ringside Fracas. Yeah, I thought Nathaniel Collins was this weekend, but you're telling me it's September. You know what I mean? That Josh Taylor is in bits about his career, isn't it? He's in bits. Who saw the Jojo Diaz fight and Coppin? Like Jojo in a 6 was called by the doctor to go back to the corner to inspect the cut. The doctor puts up one finger. How much fingers you got up there? Jojo says 2. Then he puts up 2 fingers. How much fingers is it? He says 1. And the referee ignored it. Like, what? Why are you asking him the instructions? He's getting it wrong, and you're ignoring it. So maybe JoJo's dyslexic, like I said, because if you put up 2 fingers and you see 1, then it can't be double vision, yeah? So I don't know. That was strange, man. That was strange. I didn't get that at all. The beauty of the pencil, he saw that. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Naeem said the doctor had money on JoJo. Yeah. Naeem says Collins looks good and he can definitely become the flag bearer for Scotland. Well, I mean, hold on there. I mean, we need to see it. I mean, he did look good against McGregor, but I need to see a few more outings and then, you know what I mean? We'll see. He could be, though. He looked pretty good. Daniel says Josh Kelly is a horrendous fight for Boots. Yeah, man. Josh Kelly. Man. Josh Kelly. No, Josh. No. No, Josh. Don't do it. HC. Appreciate the super chat. He says, based on what you've seen so far, does Whitaker's career go further than Boatsi's has panned out? Boy, that's a tough one. I don't know, you know. I don't know. Ben Whitaker. I don't know. I don't know. He done a good job in the rematch against Cameron. He did, but I don't know. There's going to be a few light heavies who are going to end their careers, and people are going to say, "Well, you didn't really deliver." And Boatsi could be one of them. Anthony Yard could be another one of them. And Whitaker could be another one of them. Yeah. Mm. Naeem says Regis looks so washed. He's got dog, but damn, he was getting wobbled left, right, and center. Adam Azim and Regis Progress. Yes, that'd be a good matchup for Adam Azim. He should be able to beat this version of Regis. He should be able to. Mr. S, if Ben Whitaker jumps to Matchroom, they will match him well and keep the hype train going for another 5 years. Whew. Daniel Cole says Ben Whitaker needs to sign up to Queensbury and get some good matchmaking. Why is everyone saying, like, Frank, what is so great about Frank's matchmaking? He's only got one world champion in the stable. Everyone's talking about Frank's matchmaking. I mean, he didn't do no good matchmaking for Joe Jizzle. I don't think they've got no one at light heavy. But Whitaker would do better with Eddie because, like, they're making fights for Queensbury right now. So that won't be an issue, would it? They've got Callum Smith, yeah, like Naeem said, yeah. Big up Senior Cal. I think Frank does good matchmaking. I don't think it's exceptional. Does good matchmaking. They all make mistakes. HC, I've got to admit, the way I see him crying at the press conference after the rematch because of a few mean tweets. I mean, I just can't get behind him. How are you going to showboat like that and then cry? Well, your comment is a bit disjointed because you're saying how are you going to showboat like that and then cry? Well, he's not crying because, well, maybe you got a point. Maybe you got a point, but they went over the top, didn't they? What, you don't think they went over the top in going after him? It wasn't a few mean tweets as well. I mean, the way you're phrasing that, it wasn't a few mean tweets. Yeah, there were personal threats and stuff. They went too far. Sometimes the public goes too far, and they went too far with this kid after the first Liam Cameron fight. I mean, they tried to say that he tried to bail out the fight by flipping himself over the top rope and potentially nearly breaking his neck. I mean, it's just crazy. It wasn't a few mean tweets. They went over the top. The reaction to that kid there, they went over the top. So what? Because you showboat a little, you deserve to be abused. I mean, there's lots of boxers who showboat. I mean, you could voice your disapproval, but the diatribes he was getting was over the top. Yeah, it was way over the top. And like after he won the fight, he felt emotional. and he hit back at them. So what? He just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he could have been stoic. Don't get me wrong. He could have been stoic and just, yeah, I don't give a shit. He could have did that, but he felt the emotion and he let it out. He let it out. Yeah. Copy 09. I always felt Sky getting rid of the weekly show ringside would hurt them long time from a boxing visibility and current boxing updates point of view, and even to highlight upcoming fights to casuals. Okay, that's an excellent observation. Actually, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that because they used to do it with Spencer Fearon and the other guy. What's the white guy? I can't remember the guy's name. And yeah, yeah. But you know what that shows? That shows a lack of neglect for the product. They're not really taking boxing serious, so they're not putting their attention into detail, and that's why them things, like miss out of the equation, and they're not even thinking that that's going to affect their product. But you're right. Yeah, you are right. We all used to watch ringside from when George Groves was fighting James DeGale, and they was on it. You had Khan and Kell and others. Yeah, you are right. You got a point there. You got a point. Where's my drink? Naeem, he says Matchroom have Callum Smith, Craig Richards, Khalil Cole, Connor Walker, IBF number 2, and Bivol. Yeah, and Richards, yeah, isn't pushing for, yeah. Craig Richards, yeah. So there's fights there for him. HC, what I mean is if you're going to showboat, you should have thick skin. For example, Floyd was brash, but he could take the heat. For me, Ben is just too Gen Z to relate to. That's a fair point. I can't rebuttal that point there. I can't rebuttal that point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah, I can't rebuttal that. Emma Willis says Wallace isn't good at all, but I think he's lined up for the IBF. That's an easy belt to snatch. Daniel says boxing is show business. We want to be entertained. The UK wants stars, but are obsessed with this idea of the quiet, stoic athlete. These men are competitive. It is what it is. Okay. Mr. S, hardly the same as man like Mike Tyson crying. Ben is doing it within 10 fights at lower domestic level. Mental fragility already. Naeem says the UK has only one male world champion. We are washed up. Yeah, we fell off big time, boy. We fell off big time, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mr. Doc said it's like getting rid of wide world of sports at boxing beats and run. Yes. The institutions, like, yeah. I mean, that must have been a staple for boxing fans across the pond. Yeah. Mr. S, Vlad and Fury were on ringside too. That's right. That's right. Was AJ and Dillian on there? I'm sure AJ and Dillian were on there. Mr. Doc said that was a death blow to boxing over here. Wow. See? It just shows you the shoulder programming is very important. Yeah. HC, exactly, Mr. S. It's not a good sign, especially given how he presents himself. If you're going to play the heel, be strong enough. Yeah. I can't argue with that one. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with it. You're actually, I mean, you're 100% right. You are right. You are right. You know what I mean? If they're paying you to be the heel and you've taken that role, you know what I mean? Maybe he's not built like that for it. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. Mr. S, remember when Eddie had 11 world champs? Yeah. Yeah, the majority from the that's around 2016. Yeah. Wow. AJ, there was who else? Did Kel still have a belt by then? I don't know. Lee Selby. There's just loads in it. It's that champs everywhere. Callum Smith. I can't remember all of them. Wow. Did Matchroom have 11 at one time? Nah, surely not. Bloody hell. Lady Cole. Lady Chan needs to drop the rest of her AJ interview and stop playing about. Has she got an AJ interview? I didn't know that. Where is it? Is it on her channel? Let's have a look there. Let's have a look. Lady Chan. Let's have a look. October Red's got a video with Don Charles. I'll check that out in a minute. Let's have a look. Lady Chan. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. She showed a bit of it 2 weeks ago. Just put the whole thing out, Chan, man. You're putting it out in bits. Put the whole thing out, man. You got AJ barking down the mic and shit. Anyway, put the whole thing out, Chan, man. Put the whole thing out. Yeah, the McDonald brothers and belts. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Dalton Smith, Sam Noakes, and Anthony Yard, Emma, all fighting for titles, man, in November. So imagine if they were to all win that in America, which is not going to happen, right? Don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Can we at least bring one belt back? Okay, out of Sam Noakes, Dalton, and Anthony Yard, who do you guys think is likely to bring the belt back? I'm going to do a poll of it. Who's going to bring the belt back? I want to do a poll on that one. Daniel says, I hate this whole idea of manufactured fighters. I believe all fighters are manufactured. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, to a degree. Coppin, yeah, Eurosport stopped showing boxing as well. I mean, that would have been a good home for somebody, isn't it? To get a Eurosport contract. You know what I mean? Who remembers the Steve Hogsworth days? They were good days, man. You guys are too young for all that, man. Like I'm speaking to the dead. Mr. Duck at Naeem to BF UK had been cooking like never before for a while. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got the Santanta fights as well, Mr. Duck. How are you getting them? I remember watching Santanta. I remember Mosley beat up Margarito. That was a Santanta, man. at Mr. Doc. We had 16 male world champions at one point. We had a golden age. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Yeah. Yeah. Usyk, Beterbiev, Tank, AJ Spence. Where did Beterbiev come to fight in the UK? Beterbiev, did he? Beterbiev. Let me have a look at his box ring. What fight was that? Occur. What the fuck fight out of UK? What fight was that then? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, he fought. No, that was out in the yard. That was all right. That was a bit after 2023. Yeah, yeah. Still big though. Yeah, Bivol. He fought Trent. Why am name again? Trent Bradford. The win. He fought some scrub for that belt, boy. You know what I mean? He fought for that belt, right? Oh yeah, just a clip. Like trying to tease people in it. Emma Willis. It wasn't Matchroom alone. It was the UK as a whole. No, them days, Emma, it weren't no UK as a whole. It was Matchroom. All the world champions were either Matchroom or Frankie Boy. All right. There was no company member, right? There weren't no the zone. There weren't no Channel 5 didn't have no world champions. You know what I mean? It was either Matchroom or Queensbury. That era there. When Lee Selby beat Gradovich, hey, British boxing was selling them. Matchroom boxing couldn't miss. Everything Matchroom touching those days was just working out well. Yes, Satanta had some great fights, man. Like Marquez had a couple of good fights in Satanta against the Australian guy, Katsides. Remember that? And did he fought Diaz as well on Satanta? Yeah, Mr. S. Neva. Make sure Neva is an option in the poll. No, I'm not putting in Neva. I mean, you got to commit to say at least one person in your field. Just leave the poll alone. Yeah, if you don't think no one's going to win, leave the poll. I want to see who they think's got a shot at it. I mean, I don't know that just feels negative to me as a British content creator in the boxing field. Mason is a talent, but he needs to move up. Yeah, Coppin09 said Tanta went bust due to overpaying for soccer, as you call it over there. Yeah. Wow. Mm. So Tanta looked like they were doing big things at one stage, man. You know what I mean? Were they based in Ireland? Yeah, Bibble versus Richards was in the UK. Yeah, it was on Sky. Susan says Steve Holsworth was a legend. I had my first ever kickboxing fight at the York Hall, and he was commentating. That was surreal for me. Yeah, Steve Holsworth, man. Yeah, Mr. Doc. They thought Mosley was food for Margarito. Yeah, And he tried to cheat as well, you know. Mosley gave him the hands of death, bro. Mm. Yeah, Hay and Vlad was another ringside great promotion episode. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hay and Fury was good. Yep, yep. They were all good. Yeah, they were all. They. Coppin Online makes a great point. A great point. That was very important to British boxing. Yeah, it was. It was. And sometimes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, yeah. It was about four. I think it was about 14, Emma. To be honest, yeah, about 14 champs. Most of them were at Matchroom. Yeah, Hay and Frawley or Orley. I mean, because Orley is my brethren still. I mean, that was ringside. Yeah, that was ringside Coppin. Mr. Doc, there's some good fights in my collection that have the Santanta watermark. Yeah, they had some very good fights, man. Santanta had some very good fights. Yeah, Mr. S. Some say negative, some say realist. I can't see Yard winning. His energy is already off. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You might be right. I might have to put the neither option in there. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. I mean, I can't be that optimistic until it's, I mean, like delusion. No, I might have to put the neither option in there. Emma Wills, Joshua Fury, Saunders, Brampton, DeGale, Brooke, Frotch, Burns. Yeah, we're joined by Jamie McDonald, Terry Flanagan, Liam Smith, Anthony Crawler, Lee Haskins, and Lee Selby. Yeah, they were split all between Matchroom and Queensbury. Yeah, like Joshua, Matchroom, Fury, Queensbury, Saunders, Queensbury, Frampton. I believe Frampton was at Matchroom, but I think when he had the belts, he was Queensbury. DeGill was Matchroom till he went to the PBC. Brooke, Matchroom. Frotch, Matchroom. Burns, Matchroom and Queensbury. The McDonald brothers, Matchroom. Terry Flanagan, Queensbury. Leah Smith, Queensbury. Anthony Crawler, Matchroom. Lee Haskins. Who was Lee Haskins? Can't remember. Lee Selby was Matchroom. Was Lee Haskins Queensbury or Matchroom? Emma Will says, "Yeah, you're right. Matchroom, blimey, what a fall off. Big time. Big, 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 big time. Big, big fall off. Major fall off. You know what I mean? This is the first time in probably since 2015 that we haven't had a heavyweight title in this country. Yeah, we ain't got no straps at all. None of that. None, boy. Everything is done us. Yeah. Mr. Doc says Yard might get undone by Benavides' sheer work rate. If the fight is one punch at a time, I think it heavily favors Yard. I'm not sure about that. That's one thing I'm not sure. Yeah. Let me tell you something, right? When Yard fought Lyndon Arthur, right, he didn't punch explosively hard or anything like that. He won that on sheer work rate. He beat Lyndon on sheer work rate. And if he can apply himself like that, that he's not going to get out punched, he's not going to get out work. This could be a thriller. This could be a thriller. Yard showed he can work. He can work. He can keep his hands moving. And that's how he beat Lyndon. I was like, wow, Yard throwing a lot of punches, isn't he? Yard throw a whole heap of punches. Mm, wow. Mr. Doc doesn't have no belief in the Mexican mummy, as I call him. Mr. Doc, I say this Benavidez Yard is great matchmaking. It's very good matchmaking. It's a good fight. Callum Smith versus Morrell might be on that card as well. But they're in danger of over flipping flooding that card. They're talking about Dalton versus Matthias. This fight, that fight. Like, that's it. Ed Robinson. That's the guy. Ed Robinson. That was Spencer Fearon's mate. Ed Robinson. That's the one cooking. Yeah. Mr. S. Benavidez has next level coked out work rate and an elite level. Yard gets tired out by a 40 plus Kovalev. That was years back. No, he wasn't necessarily in his. No, he wasn't necessarily in his prime. That was the young, inexperienced Anthony Yard. He's older and more mature. He wasn't necessarily in his prime. We'll see this fight here. This is going to be the acid test about who Anthony Yard is as a fighter. Yeah. I don't think that version of Anthony Yard would beat this version. I don't think he would. I think this Yard knows himself a little better. That's an interesting debate, though. Mr. S, athletic prime, not physical prime. It's an interesting debate, actually. What is more vital, the athletic or mental prime? Yeah. That's a good debate, Mr. S. It's a good debate. Some good debates today. I've had to back down on a lot of points. I don't like that. You know what I mean? When I test me, I make my jump off and point them. It's all right. Mr. Doc, is Benavidez as good as that Kovalev? Good question. I don't think he's got a see. That's a good question, Doc. I don't think Benavidez has a good jab as that Kovalev. And if you can't, to me, like, gonna need a good jab, Benavidez, to hold off Anthony. If he's gonna make it easy, he's gonna need a very good jab. If he's got no jab, he's gonna end up in a brawl like Beterbiev was, but Beterbiev still managed to win. Copin 09, this is Yard's final chance at the top table. Indeed. Mr. S, Benavidez is a lot fresher than Kovalev. Is he as talented, though? Daniel, he says, yo, Beats, what's the name of that Indian restaurant in Tottenham you were saying was good? Was it in Tottenham? I can't remember right like Daniel. If it comes to me, I'll definitely throw it in there. I'll throw it in there. There was a really good few Indian restaurants. I'm trying to remember that now. You know, I've got dementia now. I shouldn't say that. I might actually get it. Let me not make no jokes like that. What was the restaurant in Tottenham, the Indian one? Did I say Tottenham? They've got a new one just at Wood Green Station, which I saw the other day. It looks pretty good. Mr. S Beats, is that Trini Double Shop still there near the old stadium? Trini Double Shop? What on that top boat? We don't know that place, them is there. Tone, what's up, Tone? He said that Mr. Doc. But Yard was more exhausted than anything by that point. Emptied the tank. Yeah, that's right. Like, it was strategy as well. Yeah, let's bear that in mind. That's a good point, Tone. Like, the coach told him to empty the tank. There's a Trini's doubles place by Stamford Hill. I think I know where you're talking as well. There was a Caribbean vegan spot in Muswell in Stamford Hill, which was pretty good back in the day. Yeah. Mm. Mr. S. I'm a Jamaican, but that shot blew my mind. It was on the side of the old Spurs Stadium. Yeah. Tom says Trini doubles are the lick. Oh, Daniel don't deal with vegan. He'll deal with the vegan. Daniel want the meat. So good. Trini doubles. I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to like work out well on our cardboard. In the ends, Trini doubles. Popular street food consisting of two flatbreads called bara with curry chickpeas or chana. It's a beloved snack, often enjoyed for breakfast, late night outings, or as a quick bite. Sounds pretty good. Chickpea filling. There's no meat in that though, Daniel. Sounds good though. I don't need meat. If it's good, I'll go for it. Trini doubles. Trini doubles. Never heard of it. It looks like they've got a doubles kitchen in Enfield. Or Tottenham Social. Where's Tottenham Social? What am I talking about? Oh, they got roti somewhere. I ain't a roti for a long time, man. See, but you see roti, you got to get the right people doing roti. You know what I mean? Not everyone there and everyone can make roti. You know what I'm saying? Mr. S. Bro, Aki stuffed dumplings count as vegan, so count me in. Ain't that Aki and saltfish stuffed dumplings? Yeah, you see that food tastes good, but that's what's flipping giving us flipping high blood pressure and diabetes. Because if you're gonna eat one of them stuffed dumplings, you're not eating one of them. You're probably gonna eat all three or four. Yeah. No, I know it's not thin. I know the doubles isn't roti. I know they offend on the Trinidad man them. Mr. Doc, he says I eat my veggies on the dailies nowadays with rice or noodles and some baby tomatoes and pepper. That sounds good. Trini roti is better than Indian. Oh, don't tell the Indians that. I mean, don't tell the Indians that. I won't be too happy. Daniel said the curry has to be good and the roti has to be done proper. Yeah, the roti has to be done proper, bro. You know what I mean? Has to be done proper. Emma Willis, Lulu's Caribbean Cuisine in Finsbury Park. You can't even afford to buy fish at a restaurant now, bro. You need a mortgage. You know what I mean? You need a mortgage, bro. Snapper, more expensive than a steak now. Yeah. Mr. S, 3, 4, 5 dumplings at a time. If you're gonna eat the filled dumplings, you're not gonna eat one. There's no way you're gonna go in there and eat one. No way. You're gonna at the limit too. Yeah, at the limit too. There's just no way. It's kind of like when my mum used to make not my mum, my grand Johnny Kit them call it, yeah. Johnny Kit with saltfish. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. I never forget that Sunday, man, when I was a youth, man, and I stayed up my grand's. And the next morning, the Johnny Kit, them I fried with saltfish, and like, boy, and it was just plentiful. I never forget that. Like, oh my God, grand. Oh my days. That was like, it was like I went to heaven and them things were just bad. I'm telling you, bro. Whoa. Mr. S, festivals over dumpling though. Yeah. Mr. Duck at Coppin 09. Me and my dad are huge Crawford fans. And why I ask. Big up Terence Crawford, man. The Canelo fight should be good, man. Like, I can make cases for both of them winning it, man. So Coppin 09. Why has America turned on Crawford? I thought they would get behind him versus a Mexican. That said, I've never liked the link up with Conte. It's bad optics. Yeah, what about Reynoso and Eddie and Canelo? Is that a good link up? How much fighters got popped with Eddie Reynoso? You know what I mean? Eddie. It's bad optics with both of them, I guess. Daniel prefers boiled dumpling to fried. Yeah, sometimes I prefer boiled. Like, but to be honest, I like in a nice pot of soup, man. Boiled dumpling in it. Boiled dumpling in soup. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Doc. His dad insists Tommy broke his hand against Hagler. Yeah, he broke it on Hagler's head. Tone, best memories are food cooking on a Sunday. Tony with his playing reggae on the radio. That's one. I tell you one thing, man. Like I guess all families of all ethnicities, but if you're from the Caribbean heritage, them Sundays what he's talking about there, reggae music and food. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Mr. Doc, Clembo Steaks ain't no good look. Marty Toon, what's happening, Beats? Big up. Random question. How do you tell your boy he has to leave his girl? And from the stories he tells you, clearly she's cheating and shows him constant disrespect. You know something, bro? You know something? As soon as I was reading what you were saying, my brethren, a few years back, made his son break up with his girl. Yeah. He made him break up with, he just got on his back and made him break up with the girl. You know why? Because my brethren's son is very talented at what he does. Very talented. And this girl was turning him into an emotional piece of ordinariness. He just became an ordinary, and now you're becoming ordinary. He made him break up with the girl. And he got back on track and like he's very successful. He's back with the girl now. He's back with her now. But see, there might be some women listening, I mean, and they're not going to understand this, yeah? But you see, when you're a dad to a son, right? There's certain things a dad has to do for his son to survive. He can't do it to his daughter, though. You're going to have to be very hard on him and telling me the bitch. You're acting like a bitch. You're letting a girl bitch you up like like you're a hoe. And I don't respect that. That's what you're going to have to do. You're literally going to have to do to grow him up. That's what sons have to do. That's what dads have to do. That's why my dad made me box. Because I know him, that boy turned into one pussy. And I'm going to let that boy turn into one pom pom. Yeah, send me to the boxing gym. And that's what you're going to have to do with this boy here. You're going to say, yo, don't have no girl cheating on you, and you know she's cheating, and you're still simping over a little frowsy put on it. Try it out. What are you dealing with? Man up. Yeah. Fix up. Stay on your square. Stay on your course. What's your goal? If you're in your teenage years, what's your goal for 5 years? Whatever that is, you've got to be focused on that, not on her. Forget her. Yeah? You know how much gal you're gonna see and meet? Better than that. Who's gonna show you that respect? Yeah, yeah. You gotta be hard. You gotta be hard. You gotta be hard, Marty. You gotta be hard. You gotta let him know that's unacceptable. You gotta be hard. Drill sergeant. Yeah. Drill sergeant. Don't allow it. Do not allow it. You know how much man mess, and you know what? Remember I'm saying this, right? Because this is close to thing. You know how much man I see let girl mash them up, bro. A man have to try to pick up the pieces. Some of them still ain't recovered from it. Out. Out. You want to cheat? Out. On your Todd. Scrump it. George the Last Patriot. $2. Fan fight. Sandy Sandler versus Salvador Sanchez. 126. That's a really good one, man. That's a really good one, bro. That is really good. At 126. I have to go with Sadler, man. I have to go with Sadler. I mean, he was just so durable, bro. He was just so durable. I mean, Salvador was great and died prematurely. But that Latin black guy beat him, didn't he? It was a close fight though. They just didn't Ford. They didn't give him the decision. But I don't know. That's a really good matchup. That's really good. That's really good. Sadler versus, what made you think of that one? Sandy Sadler versus Salvador Sanchez. Flipping hell. I mean, that's asking for violence. That is, that's just looking for violence. That fight there. That fight is just looking for violence. It's a good fight. That's a very good fight. That's a very good fight. Muhammad says, you don't get it, Beach. She was the one. Muhammad, they're always the one. They're always the one. Until you get older and you realize they're not the one. That's why you need the old man there to give him the flipping drill. Not the UK drill, you know what I mean? Not the UK grind, not the UK drill. The Black and Decker drill, you know? Yeah. He needs it, both barrels. They're always the one. Yeah. Tone, so that Marty, tell him that he's whipped and he needs to fix up his clot. Yes. Yes. Yes, man. Yeah. You're setting, I tell you, if you're a man, you're setting up a pattern of behavior that's not going to benefit you at all. Mr. Doc, got to nib it in the bud fast. Yeah, 100%. 100 yeah. Daniel says the worst thing about being Caribbean when you're a child is having to drink soup when you want to eat some food. I don't know. I used to love soup, bro. From when I was a kid, I used to love this. You know when we used to have soup, right? It's on Saturday. You know what? See, the thing is, things go in cycles, and it's the tradition, isn't it? Like Sunday, Saturday. What I remember is the soup cook and wrestling was on, right? Whenever the soup cook on Saturday, it was about 5, 6 o'clock, right? And you get the football scores, yeah. You know, you get the old school, you get the football scores on TV, and then the wrestling come on, and then Soup is coming. Yeah, Soup is coming. I used to love Soup, man. Still do. Soup just like Mr. S. Saturday Soup, then Sunday dinner. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Same as us. Saturday Soup, Sunday dinner. Yeah, is that chicken, rice, and peas on Sunday, right? Yes. Right. All right. You got the Guinness punch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? We used to have Irish muss in it. We used to have the Irish muss. Yeah. Pops used to fry the leftover hard food from the soup to go with Sunday breakfast. Oh, that must have been oof. That sounds good, man. Woo. Mr. Doc can't tell man anything about their girl once they're grown. You've got to get a grip of this one. She's cheating, and you're still biting it after it. Ta, 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 ta. You know what I mean? Oh, come now. How you so dumb now? Hunt me or be hunted. Yeah. Mean, sorry. Got to go. No. If any women are listening in, not being disrespectful, I'm not being I'm trying, but no. And listen, the same for you. If you find your man is down with them arms up, you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it. Yeah, it's gonna turn the boy into a wreck. You turn him into a wreck. Don't be pining over no gal. Don't be pining over no gal when you're you. Yeah? Don't be pining. Yeah. Don't get sucked in. Mr. Doc, the boxing beats and rhymes. It's too easy for things to go bad if all things are equal. Ridiculous to let one's son get sucked in by obvious problems. This is where the leadership is needed. Yeah. This is where the leadership is needed. Mr. S, we all got the same issues. Yeah, my brethren didn't have it. Yeah. Had to break up with a gal. Had to break up. They're back together. Yeah. And she had to grow up. She had to, I mean, like, from what I know now, the relationship is different. To grow up. Mr. S. Mr. Doc replying, Irishmen like it every kind of woman other than Irishmen is the Irish curse for Irish women. Oh dear. Mr. S. Irish women are fire, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. I can't lie on that. Mr. Doc. At Mr. S. It's a generational bad relationship thing to shotgun weddings. Oh, shotgun weddings are quite common or they were in Ireland, weren't they? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not being misogynistic or nothing, but no, it's no. If she's cheating, listen, it's gonna get worse. Once a woman knows she can take liberties with you, your life is gonna be absolute misery. Yeah, take it from Beats. Yeah, I know Muhammad don't agree, but once a woman knows she can take liberties with you like that, your life is going to be misery, and she's going to make sure your life is going to be misery. She's going to keep breaking you down until you get weaker and weaker. And listen, a woman like that, a woman who knows she can take liberties and keeps doing it, they start drawing strength from breaking you down. You got to be. You got to. Come on. Marley Toon, I hear you, Beats. The problem is he's a grown 38-year-old and keeps going on about her changing, and he provides for her, but he keeps allowing the disrespect. He threatens to leave her. He said, "Oh, he's 38. Ah, well, I mean, just let him keep simping. Just leave him." I thought he was younger. No, just leave him. He's a lost case. Sorry about that, Marley. I'm just keeping it real. Just let him keep doing it. Just let him keep doing it. Like when you're 38, then you want to be a victim in it at that age for a man. It's different if a woman is in an abusive relationship, but if you're a man and that's happening, then he enjoys getting abused. Yeah, multiple. So Muhammad saying, so you're saying there's multiple the one? Yeah, listen, there may well be multiple the one. Yeah, even though that's not mathematically possible, there might be a few girls who could fit the bill. But how would you know? You've got to do the process of elimination. If she's acting like a HLE or a 403, as they call them, you've got to get rid of. You can't be sitting there wondering, oh, I wonder if she was the one. You've got to get rid of. You've got to man up. That's what being a man is about. Yeah. George the Last Patriot, he says, Ring IQ said my recent fantasy fights are too soft. What, Sandy Sandler versus Salvador Sanchez too soft? Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's and I appreciate the super chat. Nah, that's hardcore, bro. That's hardcore. Yeah. I'd like to see that one. You know what I mean? Or Zuma Nelson versus Sadler. What about that one? That beats, I mean, I know Sanchez beat Azuma. He beat a young Azuma, but Azuma kept coming at him, bro. Azuma kept coming at him. That was a serious fight, bro. Yeah. Wow. Mr. Doc, shotgun weddings were the Catholic standard, bro. Yeah. Yeah, you see? Irish people don't play around, bro. Yeah. They don't play around. I tell you what, you see that, like, how did he get to Marty? How did he get to 38 and that happened? How did that happen? He get to 38 and that's happening. And I'm not into, like, roughing up women and stuff. If you've got a good woman, treat her good. Treat her good. But if you've got a bad apple, no, you can't be taking. But no. How did he get to 38 and that's happening? Wow. Mr. Doc, that Marty is too late, bro. Yeah, I think it's too late. I think it's too late, Mr. Doc. See, Senior Cal, he says, school him, talk to him, Beats. It's got to be real. Wow. He's brucking up himself over the gal. Like, I'm not laughing at him, Marty, but some men, see, how long's this been going on for Marty if you're still there? How long has it been going on? It could be too late. It could be too late. There's people in the world, and some people who I love dearly, but they I'm not going to say they enjoy, but they find, I don't know what the word, that they find something in their martyr. They find something in being a martyr that they just are incapable of leaving, or maybe they want sympathy, or maybe they want to look like I don't know what that is, man. I don't like men or women. I've never understood men or women who just I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mr. S says my cousin's dad nearly boxed him down over a HOE he was with at 17. He didn't want to hear and was whipped. But this gal had been doing all sorts from she touched road. Yeah, listen. This is where the leadership is important. It's very important. Tony's saying, Marty, if you tell him to done it, he might not want to hear it and may despise you for telling it like it is at his age. He should know better. That's the thing. He's a grown man. I don't know how you'd approach it now he's that age. I don't know how you'd approach it. Like the situation I was talking about, my brethren's son was in his teens. Was in his teens. You know what I'm saying? And my son, you know what it was, right? My brethren had put so much work into his kids, so much work. He weren't having it. He was not having it. Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. Wow. Tone said at Marty, but if they do break up, don't be too harsh on him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I'm speaking from experience too. You know what I mean? I've had girls like abuse kindness. Yeah, I've had it. Yeah. Marty Toon, Mr. Duck, you're right. Tone, he will phone me and talk about having kids with her, but he's actually a BUM and at Beats. He had a girl for 12 years and then got into the situation like this before. It's all mad. See, I can see like you're taking it to heart as well because you brought him in. You brought him into the world and yeah. Mm, it almost seems like it's your responsibility to fix. At Marty, he's too old, most likely to hear anyone else tell them anything about their old lady, Mr. Duck. Big up, Mr. Duck. Muhammad, some women just have your number. They got that grip on you. To me, that's being a pacifist, Muhammad. That's kind of like um just accepting defeat, saying what you said there. No one's got a grip on you. Your life is your life. You've got a grip on you. You have a grip on your life. No one got no grip on nothing, bro. No grip. No dependency. You're not crack. You're supposed to be my woman. You're not supposed to be some substance that I can't. No, no, no. You're supposed to be a benefit to my life and vice versa. Tones at beat. Some people do like drama. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. They like being. It's horrible saying it. You know what I mean? Not they don't like it, but they don't like it. But they've just ended up in a situation where they can't. I'm not saying they can't. They don't. I can't explain it, and I don't want to. I mean, Mr. Doc, once their old lady status is a wrap, best to just work around it. Mm-mm. Marty and Mr. Doc, I also think it's down to insecurity that he thinks he won't find anyone else. That's the problem with a lot of guys. They feel they won't find anyone who's maybe as pretty, so they accept it. Daniel, he said, we've all fell for a 304 once. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. Mr. S, if the dude is a big man, the only thing to do is present evidence of the woman cheating or moving suspect. Wow. Big up Bruce Gass. Tone so that Daniel more than once. Oh my gosh. Big up Bruce Gass. Big up Mr. Duck. Yeah, it's okay. Mr. Ducks came in with a word. They've been habitualized. Wow. Keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. You've got to hold a little respect for yourself. You've got to hold a little. You owe yourself that, because listen, once you're broken, right? Once you're broke, don't be talking about you're going to therapy to fix it when you could do prevention beforehand. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's deep. It is 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 deep. Marty, also at Beats. What do you think of friends who happen to get with their friends' baby mothers? No, it's off the table. It's off the table. It's off the table. Shouldn't be doing that. It seems to be happening more and more, and the justification of it is crazy. UK rapper Wretch 32 done this. No, it's off the table. It's off the table. It's off the table. We're not like other animals. You know what I mean? Our brain is framed to work out um equations, and we've also been socialized and civilized a certain way that you're supposed to know, right? That okay, if your brethren just ran through it and there's no kids involved, yeah, you can do so as well. But once there's kids involved, no, you just don't know. I mean, there's loads of gal out there. Why are you gonna like try and get with? You mean like the mother of your brethren's? Nah, 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 just, nah, 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 just no, no, no. It's a no-no. That's and I don't want to diss Wretch 32. Like, I mean, I don't know him, but we grew up on the same estate in Tottenham. Um, nah, it's not good. Daniel says once was enough for me, and that was 10 years ago. I'll never let that happen again. It's hard out here, but you have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself, Daniel. You know what I mean? You have to stand up for yourself. Or if you don't stand up for yourself, you're going to be, you'll never be in a position to get in another meaningful relationship, because you're going to be broken by your previous experiences. You've got to stand up for yourself. Got to stand up for yourself. Mr. Doc at Marley Toon, that's a good way to get killed. And look, I wouldn't see look, what Mr. Doc did. Even just like for that would be the predominant reason, right? Because now there's blood involved. Yeah, you've got between, not family because they're not married, right? They're not family as such, but you're getting between blood right now, man. You can't. That's low life thinking, man. Any man who would do that cannot be your brethren. Any man listening to this, any man who does that cannot be your brethren. You cannot have, if he's done it to your brethren, excommunicated. That's your lot. Don't want to hear from you no more. Don't want to see you. Don't want to hear your reasons, your explanation. No, no. Mm-mm. Daniel says, have some sort of morals and standards at least. Yeah, like Well, why would you go there anyway? You see your brethren's carrying a baby, and now you want to jump in there. Just scumbag. Total scumbag. Yeah. Nah. No way. Marty Toon. That one shook me. I mean, like, to be honest, like that one there, he's just like, whoa. Mm-mm. Marty Toon, Mr. Doc is true. This actually happened, unfortunately, happened in my cousin's area in East London, and the guy is now doing 28 years in jail. Guys in 2025 need discipline. It's vital. Let me tell you this now, right? Let me tell you one story what happened there. I mean, there was one guy in the ends. Now, I don't want to say he was simple, but he was a bit, I don't know. He was who he was, yeah. So one brethren from the ends. I'm almost he's not. No, I don't really know. I've seen him, but I don't know. So he's not my brethren. He's got one cat. Him end up get locked up in prison. And this idiot here starts going around the gal's yard and blah, 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 blah. This man come out of prison, you know, and kidnapped both of them. It was in the newspaper. I don't want to go into the whole story of what happened. You know what I mean? It wasn't nice. I've never, like, the guy who got kidnapped, I never saw him in the ends after again. Never. Never saw him again. Never saw him again. Yeah. Be careful with that. Be very careful. You know what I mean? Don't shit in the doorstep, bro. That goes for women. And if you're on road doing certain activities, watch your doorstep at all times, bro. Because you got to go and lay your head down there. And there could be repercussions for other people. You can't do things like that. See, as a man, you've got to discuss these things. Because as a man, like, we've got to be responsible. We've got to be accountable. We can't just be going out there like nutters. All right, Doc, I'm going to drop a link for you, bro. I know you want to get it off your chest, so drop a link to the Doc. Wow. A simp community. There's a link there, Mr. Doc. Yeah, it's yeah, I you know something, I heard about the story of Wretch. I didn't look into it no further because you know what it is, yeah. I'm deliberately not looking at certain content on the internet. Yeah, I'm not looking at it because it's so negative what is online. You've got to like protect your sanity. You got to protect your sanity a little. Mr. Doc, what's up?
Yo, how you doing, Beats?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. Like just
Yeah,
just,
I mean, we getting
no,
we getting old, Beats. We're starting to pass down
wow.
the experience and the wisdom, right? Like we're supposed to be fair, right? You know, it's like, oh man. Sorry, go ahead. It's your
Like, what would you do? Like in a situation like that, like your friend's
mm.
got a kid with a woman. Do you go
Oh
anywhere
man.
near that, romantically or sexually.
Oh, no. This is like okay. Like it's one thing. It's one thing what we were talking about earlier with, say, your son. I have a little brother. Okay,
Yeah,
he's 10 years younger than me. I'm not saying it's always correct or right for me to do so. I at times think about him like a son. Okay, because I had to change the diapers. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So it's like I'm invested here, right? You
yeah.
know, if there was some girl, right, doing what was described earlier, sleeping around and blah blah. No, I'm gonna dive on that grenade, right? At the same time, if for some reason it gets to the point where he's almost 40 and they have a kid together, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, you got to learn to work around that as an outsider. I probably should have been more clear. I don't mean work around it as the person being victimized. I mean, you got to work around it because grown men, you correct me if I'm wrong on this, Beats. Grown men, they're not really interested in being told what to do with about their old ladies. Am I wrong?
When you say, oh, what, they're women?
Yeah. Old lady. If you're an old lady, old lady means this, right? Old lady means either you are officially the wife, like you've been God and had the ritual marriage or whatever, or you are the equivalent thereof.
Well,
That
no man. If they think they're in a good relationship, or if they think they got it under control, wants to be told what to do with their relationship. No man really wants that.
exactly, and the older we get, right? Would you not agree? The older we get, the less likely we are to be inclined to want to hear about. This. I'm not saying it's entirely, it's not that's not entirely scientific, but a rule of thumb. A rule of thumb, you might say, right? The older they get, that's why, like I said, you got to nip it in the bud when they're young. Like I'm with you on that, right? You gotta, you know what I mean? Whether you're the cousin, the uncle, the father, right?
Yeah,
It's a responsibility. It's a collective responsibility, and that goes both ways. By the way, like you said, it's not just about the men, right? All of this, all of this, all of this works. All of this is synergistic. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry. I'm very.
Just gonna
I
read
got
out
a
these
lot to
chats
say.
quickly, but
Yeah. Go ahead, bud.
just gonna read. Big up Theo. He says, "Simply is Babylon. Appreciate the wisdom and blessings." Marty Toon says, "Wretch did confirm it on a recent interview, and he justified it by saying it wasn't his friend's girl at the time, so it wasn't him taking his friend's girl. The guy was his friend, a rapper named Scorcher. Yeah, I've heard of Scorcher. I mean, but if that's how he's living, man, it's sad." Tony says, "A mate of mine done it recently. Run off with another pal's missus. He married her about a month ago. Funny thing is, he's on an absolute diamond. He's an absolute diamond. The other fella is a bit of a prat, but still, yeah. You see, that's the thing. You see, you're bringing an absolute diamond, and then one woman made him forego all his values. But I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. And think about like that last comment by Tone. What kind of woman would get between two friends? And like, oh, they to be honest, they weren't friends because he wouldn't have did that either. But so he's a piece of crap. But what woman would wanna like you're with one man? You go
I
with
got
his
the answer.
friend.
I know the answer to this one, Beats. Sadly, I know the answer to this one. The kind of woman that
All right, let's have,
the kind of woman whose need for attention and or you might call it drama, but at the end of the day, it boils down to a drama being a form of attention overrides their good sense. And that, by the way, that can happen to a man just as easily as a woman. So again, like Beats said earlier, this is not a one-way. By no means, I think you'd agree, Beats, is this a one-way street, right?
No, it's not one way. It's not one way.
No. It's one of those. Hey, it's complicated. It's complicated, right? You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, when my brother was younger, right? I would just, if it was something, if it was a female I felt was going to be detrimental, I'd just run her off. I'm his big brother by 10 years. Okay. Now he's, you know what I mean? He's a grown man. I'm not gonna. The same tactics aren't going to apply, right? I don't want to because I don't want to damage the relationship with my brother. I guess. These are the kinds of dynamics we're all dealing with, right? I feel like it's either, they're mid-30s, mid-40s, whatever, and they're my son, my brother, my cousin, my best friend, right? And you don't want to damage the relationship. That's what I meant when I said at that point you work around it. Because they're not going to hear you. They're just not going to hear you, by and large. And again, there's no 100% rule.
You can only tell a grown man, and I'm saying grown man from when they're 16, right? You can only tell them so much times, and if they're not listening or comprehending, they're probably not going to change when they're 38 or 40. They're probably not going to change. I mean, that's who you mean.
Yeah,
who you want to be.
Yeah, they're just going to get more. They're going to get upset with you more than they're going to get upset with the person that's actually causing the misery. You're going to become the target. So it's like I just wanted to clarify. That's what I meant with my work around it comment earlier. It applies to outsiders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just mad, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Well, okay, so another thing that sorry, guys.
If you happen to be in a situation like that, man, it's not going to get any better unless you do something about it. Mr. S, ultimate disloyalty. I've had friends wanting to duppy each other over women. Even two cousins I know from the ends got caught up over a baby mother.
Oh, man. Who's the father, right? Is that what he means? Like, who's the father?
I see two blood brothers fighting over a girl.
100%. 100%.
I saw that. I mean, I saw the fight, man.
I've seen to be fair, I've seen two blood sisters fight over the same guy. So, again, this is not a one-way street, right? Where I grew up, because I grew up in kind of a rough and tumble, rural, you know what I mean, area. So those kind of things were maybe, I guess, a little more likely. I don't know. But it wasn't no strange thing for either, you know what I mean? Hey, neither sex is a stranger to love, right? That's just as the old song goes.
Tony said that someone I knew ended up with my ex, the mother of my youngest son. I wasn't feeling it, but we split over 15 years. By that point, he had formed for that kind of thing. Yeah, but you're saying you knew him. He's not your friend, not your brethren. So, like you're saying, you wasn't feeling it, but
at least he's making sure they're taken care of, is I think what Tone is saying, and
I'll tell you what, Tone, right? I don't know your situation, but she might have done it to get at you. Yeah. Oh, when she ended it, he topped himself. I was unsympathetic, which makes me a piece of shit. No, it don't make me.
Wait! I got under. What does he topped himself mean? Because that's an unfamiliar phrase to me. In this context,
you can work that one out, Doc.
I can work that one out. I can work that one out myself. Oh, okay.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
No. I wasn't trying to cause trouble. I was just being ignorant. Like literally ignorant. Like I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm gonna speculate it's nothing good, right? I'm gonna speculate it's nothing good.
Well, he's not here no more. Let's say that. Yeah, that's what it means.
Oh, okay.
No longer here. Tone, he says we grew up together at Beats, but we were not good friends. Yeah. See, and maybe it might not have been. He might have done it to get at you. Maybe he's always disliked you. You know, there's a lot of people around you, and they don't like you, but they're still around. I don't get why people like. If you don't like someone, just stop effing with them, bro.
But this is gonna sound really messed up, Beats, but like, especially if you don't have a particular use for them, like, because at least if you have a use for me, I can make sense of why. You know what I mean? You and your disgust might keep me around, but like you say, that's not. Humans are often not that logical, are they? We you know what it is? I think, Beats. I'm thinking out loud. Bear with me. I think in that situation, a lot of it has to do with familiarity. And what do they say about familiarity? Familiarity breeds contempt.
Contempt.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Mr. S, problem is too many men put the P on a pedestal and almost worship the chance to get something their brethren had that they couldn't have at the time. There's a reason the brethren left her. Yeah, man. It's regretful, isn't it?
It's a mess. It's a mess. Like I said, the you know, and I only half jokingly use this term. In my family, right, being Irish and Irish immigrants and everything, the most common form of what you might call generational trauma is, like I said earlier, bad relationships enforced by what you know what shotgun wedding is, Beats. I could tell. You might want to tell the others, or if you want, I will tell the others what a shotgun wedding is.
Well, it's basically like forcing, like backing the man into a corner, isn't it?
It's forcing. It's forcing, Beats. It's forcing. It's telling. Okay, so once a child is known to have been conceived in the culture my parents and my grandparents on both sides grew up in, right? Yeah. The way it worked was this. The grandparents on both sides, the grandparents of the would-be child, right, took both the male and the female by the scruff of the neck, right, and told them, "Nah, bro." You understand me, Beats? Nah, bro. You got no choice in this anymore. Yeah. Shotgun wedding. So shotgun wedding means literally they're pointing the shotgun at both of them and saying, "Yeah, shut the F up. You're gonna rate. I'm not saying it's right. I'm telling you, in fact, that it's a source of generational trauma because you got
no bastard children. They're basically saying no bastard children.
Yeah, exactly. No bastards. Shut the F up. Raise our grandchild. and big surprise, it doesn't work out very well in the long run.
But you see, right? These concepts, or not concepts, but these ways of life, they worked well before, birth control.
Oh, before modern society, modern technology.
Before birth control and the pill.
Oh, yeah.
See, that worked very well, you know.
Well, and guess what? You see, that's the trick. Catholicism, I don't know how many people know this. Real hardcore Catholicism forbids birth control. And
the Catholics don't play that.
They don't play that. Yeah. Whoever you happen to bang up, that's the shotgun wedding.
It's the shotgun wedding, bro.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, get in there. It's being a parent. Don't put a husband and a wife and all that. Yeah, good luck. And then when it ends in divorce, everybody goes, well. Yeah. But this is, we all have, like I said, that, what do they call it? Generational trauma. That's for
I'm just gonna get a water out the fridge, Doc. I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just babbling now. Anyways, people, that's Irish generational trauma for you. Generations of bad relationships enforced by shotgun weddings due to the Catholic ban on birth control. It's actually very simple and straightforward, when you say it that way. But right. Mr. S. You have to laugh. You have to laugh because it's so absurd. Like that's kind of the way I look at things. It's like, well, you either laugh at the absurdity or you're left with a crying shame. And me, do you want to die laughing or crying? You don't get much of a choice. It's one or the other. I'm gonna die laughing.
Yeah, see what it is, Tony. Yeah, there are some dudes like that. Yeah, like the bus driver when he took my gal. I mean, like what's the club which we used to have? The Temple. Way before it was a Temple. When we used to go to school, it used to be a disco, and the bus driver who lived up the road from me, a bit older than me, took my gal in. I mean, like I'm about 15, 16 at the time. So I'm taking it to heart. I wanted to hurt him, but you see, your brother took the chain and dealt with him. I really wanted to do something, but I didn't. I didn't do him nothing.
In hindsight, Beats, the wiser path was yours. I'm just saying, like that is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I guess so.
It was. Well, what were we just talking about earlier, right? We're talking about how, look, man, if it was my 15-year-old little brother, right, dealing with a female of the description you all were talking about, I absolutely would have intervened. But okay, I'm his big brother. No, this ain't happening, right? You know what I mean? Even especially not just even, especially if in any way it's happened to me. That's my job as the big brother, is to, you know what I mean, kind of intercept the what's the word? The asteroids, if you get what I'm saying, Beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my job as the older brethren, is right to learn the hard lessons so that you don't have to, right? Not having it if he's 15 years old. Now that he's 40 years old, now granted, I don't have to worry about it, but so it's easy for me to say. But I still wouldn't have nothing to say publicly, because there's no point at that point.
Some dudes are no good.
some humans are no good, right? Like
some dudes are just no good. And it's no good.
You're not good, baby. Who is that? Linda Ronstadt. That's right.
Ish.
Yeah.
Well,
some people are they cannot. Some people can't be comfortable, Beats, without like a lot of drama and, you know what I mean.
I can honestly say, I've never tried to flex on one of my friends' exes or anything, or never.
No, that's like usually. Again, maybe I come from a old-fashioned background, but like that's like stay away territory. Like, you know what I mean? There's enough. What's the old saying? There's enough fish in the sea.
Terrible.
Yeah, and especially if there's children. That's the part that was making me, like, in the comments, I could go, whoa, what are we even talking about here? That was like non-starter where I grew up, man. You know, once there's kids involved, you know what I mean? And by the way, that goes for both parties. good luck with that.
Yo, Doc, did you see Regis Prograis and Jojo Diaz?
Oh, that was good. That was that was some classic stuff. That was some classic stuff.
It was a good fight, man.
Oh, that was good. That was good stuff. I thought maybe I thought it could have gone either way. I thought that Regis maybe had like what's the word I'd use? Control, right? But man, once JoJo got that counterpunching going.
Yeah, JoJo did some serious counterpunching, boy.
Oh man, that's always been his secret sauce, if you will, is that left hand uppercut. He's a southpaw, right? He's a southpaw, so he'll throw that left hand uppercut. Oh, it's not that left hand counterpunch uppercut of his was a beauty.
When you look at that fight, yeah, both of them, I can't think of anyone they really ducked through their careers. They always took tough fights.
Solid, solid guy. Those are solid. You
get people like Ryan Garcia. I want 20 million for a fight, and then he's took he's going to retire. It's pretty bad for boxers who put their all in, man.
American. I gotta say, because I'm sorry, but I know. Well, I know the ones from Louisiana. That's still part of America, and a lot of the Mexican and Canadian boxers may as well be American, from the way the American fan looks at boxing, I should say, right? It's a big problem, man. It's a big problem. We don't have enough of those solid guys like JoJo Diaz and Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, those are the kinds of opponents, right, that are supposed to make the resume of a supposedly really talented Ryan Garcia look really good in hindsight. Am I making sense, Beats?
Muhammad, you think he took your girl, Beats, or she chose him? Well, he approached her, and obviously, yeah, she chose him. It was a bit of both. Yeah. But obviously, as a man or as a kid, I'm going to take more umbrage with him than her. You know what I mean? Because I can't box her in her face. Well, I can if I want to go ballstool. But him, yeah, I can see myself chinning him. You know what I mean? Because I'm young. I don't know any better. So obviously, I'm going to take more offense at him than her.
See,
and he was older. And like I said, I was about 16, 15. She was the same age. He was around 20. He was driving buses, man. Or he worked at a bus garage anyway.
You didn't have a prayer. In hindsight, you didn't have a prayer at the time, Beats.
Yeah.
You didn't have a prayer. But you see, this is what we're talking about is, I think, context, right? When you're that age that you're describing, it's much easier, much less difficult, I'll say it that way. It's much less difficult for a male in your family or your circle, right, that's older and more experienced to intervene. Once we get older, good, bad, or indifferent, we're not having it. It's just the way it is. That's just my statistical analysis of what I've experienced, if you get what I mean.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, when I was 19 or 20, if I was in that same situation, I wouldn't even have batted an eyelid. I would have told them, be happy together. But I wouldn't mess with him as a friend. I certainly wouldn't have nothing to do with her. I would have moved on. It wouldn't have bothered me at all. You know what I mean?
You at that point, you'd been educated, right, Beats? Some way or another way.
Well, you can get educated in life, but the whole thing is to move on. Like, by that stage there, um, I'm more experienced with women. By the time I'm 19, 20, I'm way more experienced with women, and it just wouldn't have bothered. It just like I'd throw stuff like that, brush it off my shoulder like on some Jay-Z shit, easy.
Yeah. But so you understand then, if you had gotten forced into a shotgun wedding at 15 or 16, right? You never would have gotten the chance. Yeah. And then what happens? You have a kid, you get divorced, you know what I mean? And it's bad for everybody.
Look, he probably saved my life anyway.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
You got to look in it like when you get the hindsight and the wisdom to look at, he probably saved my life. You know what I mean? So often when you're cheated on and stuff, they're doing you a favor.
Dangerous girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And hey, that can be another problem. I know that. Yeah. Okay. So now you're talking about something I can speak with experience on. There's something about some of us young males. We have an attraction to danger. Doesn't even have to necessarily be girls. Now that I say it that way, right? So
at Mr. S. I'm not going to read the comment but I guess if he was batting for the other side, no foul. Yeah. If he was batting for the other side, it's not really a foul, is it?
but would you agree? Oh, sorry. You got super chat.
Sorry, just super chat. Big up HC. So what do you think of Michael Ward situation? A lot of famous young brothers getting caught up in madness recently. Who's Michael Ward? Let me type him in.
I was about to ask the same thing. So I don't feel so bad now.
Michael Ward. Yeah, a lot of madness. See what you got involved in. I think I know Michael Ward, Jamaican British actor. What is he? I know that face. He was in Blue Borough film, wasn't he? I'm sure it was him. SA. And then you got I tell you what, it's mad out here, bro. Then you got the other black guy who worked on the repair shop program on BBC. He's on SA charges as well. Yeah. Oh, no, brother. Yeah. I know you. I see him act, yeah. 2 counts. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, what can you say? What can you say? He was in Blue Borough. He was in Blue Borough, wasn't he? Wasn't he in that blue film? Blue Story. Yeah, he was in Blue Story, man. Yeah.
I remember. I have never seen it, but I remember you talking about that film, it being a big deal over there.
Yeah.
Blue Story.
Mr. S. Aunt Beckham's son's beefing over a gal. The older one broke up with her, and the younger one. I heard that. I said, you've got all them resources, yeah? And you two, in the prime of the life when we were supposed to be enjoying them resources, you're arguing over a girl.
Well, and where's the dad? Yeah. Where's I don't know how old they are now that I think about it, but where's the dad at? Why is it? You know what I mean? He surely has experience.
Well, it's David Beckham's son, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Where's David Beckham, who surely has a lot of experience? He's bending it.
Yeah, a lot of brothers, like you say, HC, a lot of the brothers are getting caught up in a lot of bull crap right now. Yeah. And it like, you know, I'm not saying, look, it's happening to all communities, but there needs to be a time of reasoning for us, like, you got to slow it down, brother. Got to slow it down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You've got to slow it down.
Like I said,
This ain't good.
there's a I'm not gonna say everybody, but like 51% plus, right? Of dudes, we have a thing for danger, to varying degrees, but we have a thing for danger. This is why dangerous women are so successful. All right, maybe that's an American thing. I don't know, Beats, but I'm that's my experience, and especially when we're younger, and we don't know any better. You know what I mean? It's like a song. Oh, give me danger, danger. That's Kiss, the band Kiss, right? Like, yeah, that's like a whole. What do you call it? Another avenue you might be able to go down psychologically is like obsession, not obsession, but you know what I'm saying? A
Totally.
fascination, a fascination. Sorry, Beats. A
So
fascination with
told
danger.
to Mr. S, you get a pass for that. Yeah,
Uh,
you gotta give him a pass. If he's batting for the other side, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, they're not the same thing. It's
you got
not
a
the
pass
same
for that
thing.
one.
Not the same thing.
Oh, dear. Mr. S, young Philly still fighting charges in Australia too. Oh gosh. HC 2025 has been a mental year for the young boys. Young Philly still hadn't been able to leave Australia. They don't seem to know how to handle the fame and all the women that come with it. HC partying problems too. I don't know who party is. Gosh. Well, I tell you what. This is the worst time to be a male celebrity. You see, back in the day, in the 60s, free love, 70s, and no Me
80s
Too
even, bro.
culture, like you could just do what you were doing, no charges, no women like there's no woman influencing women to say, well, maybe you didn't have consensual sex, maybe you was coerced, maybe you was sex trafficked, maybe they're running trains and shit, and it's just gone mad. Like, so you can't enjoy the stardom like the old stars used to. You can't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I used to performed with a live band. I'm not going to say the name right now, but they had a number one hit in this country. Like big hit, and I used to perform with them. And I used to see what them band musicians used to get. They used to get up to a lot, and then like, yeah, yeah.
You don't even have to. You didn't even have to
Yeah.
be. You didn't even have to be that high profile, man. Like I'm talking about like.
Just in rehearsals alone, the amount of women,
Oh,
the amount of women they had in rehearsals.
just from the neighborhood, just from the sound of whatever you're doing, right? Like alone was enough. Where I'm just giving you an example, right? We played in when I very first started out. We played in a
No,
shed in a trailer
Mr.
park.
S, this is a white group. A white group. Yeah.
Mm.
Like whenever you're at the rehearsal or like one of the musicians, he had a house, big house, and it was just like full of substances, full and activity and just like although that like they used to have the old roadie there. He was great. He took no shit, bro. You see if that old roadie weren't there, the whole band and everything would have fell apart. Let me tell you that now, the old guy. When I got in with the band, like he told me and my brethren, he said, if I see you snorting up or any of that shit there, I'll kick both of you out and you won't get back in. He warned us. But he was doing it for our own good, to be honest. He says, if you want to smoke your little weed, I don't care. But if I see you doing any of that shit there, I'll toss you all out. And he kept everyone, even like the wild ones, he kept them just in line enough so they were doing what they were doing. Yeah. It was pretty wild.
You gotta, because you know what? Again, nowadays you have, you got MIDI and all those compositional apps and AI and whatever. Back in the day, right? You were stuck with whoever was in driving distance. Right?
Scrawny little white guy. He was scrawny, but he was a bit scared. He was scary though. He was a bit scary. You know what I'm saying?
They had, sounds like they had a manager essentially. Whether they knew it or not, they had a manager, a guy that was was acting like a responsible manager. My point being, though, if you wanted to get involved in a band, right, you were stuck within a certain, with the people available within a certain radius, by and large, back in our day, which meant you had to make it work. And there, hang on, real quick, Meats, and there was inevitably, as you put it, gonna be some wild ones. Go ahead. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure I got my point across.
Or what they were doing. I ain't seen one SA case or anything come up or anything. Like, I mean, and this is like late 80s to the 90s. I didn't see no SA case or anything. But I guess, like, this is a different era, man. Although, like, a lot of them cases from the like they're coming up, they're only coming up now. Like Bill Cosby, whatever he did or he didn't do, it came up to haunt him some 30, 40 years later after the actual event.
That's I mean, like, and what do you know what I mean? And like, what are you gonna say? Like, if what if you did the the horrible things, fair enough. But like you say, like, how much of it was just, look, man, the everything was a lot simpler then, and it wasn't because you had a bunch of cavemen just running around clubbing women over the head doing what they wanted. That's not how it worked. Maybe in some cases, but not you know what I mean. Not in 99.9% of the cases that I saw. All right, and hey, times change, people change, right? That's another thing that we I guess we have to take into consideration is, older people pieces, the world does change, right? Whether we like it or not. So
Toro says, big up from NYC. I love your channel. Said he's been sleeping in the street for more than 35 nights. Wow.
That's a rough one.
So, but your channel and your video is something that I look forward to, and it makes my day.
Well, there you go. See, you're reaching people everywhere, Beats.
That's very sobering, Toro, man. That's very sobering. Sorry to hear. I mean, things will turn around, though. Things will turn around. It will turn around. I mean, pray for you still, you know what I'm saying? Pray for you. Pray for yourself, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
But big up Toro, man. Big up Toro. I'm glad the video bringing some kind of some inspiration. You know what I mean? I'm glad. I'm thankful for that. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. Man.
You're helping man keep his head up, Beats. You should feel good about that.
Yeah.
Feel good about that.
Mr. S says, okay, certain ethnicity music groupies celebrate being with the band on tour, getting up to whatever are looking to come up. Okay, I'm not going to turn it into that kind of discussion. Okay, that's your thing. HC 54-year-old Shannon Sharp had to settle with a 19-year-old for a report. The OF girl for a reported $20 million. Yeah. See, and you know what I don't like about that story? I don't know much about it. I don't like the way women are hijacking it, saying that's what you get for going with a 19-year-old. I don't like the way they're doing that. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the way women are doing that. You know what I mean? I really don't.
Who's as long as she is whatever we've determined, right? As long as both parties, let's put it be even more clear, right? As long as both parties are of whatever the hell we decide legal age is, what has anything else got to do with it? Like nobody back. Now I'm not saying it's a good thing, but okay. So back in my day, oh god, I can't remember her name, Beats, but there was the blonde haired number over here who married like the 80-something-year-old millionaire, right? Probably a story as old as the hills, right?
Right.
No, nobody talked about jail. Nobody talked about, like, you know what I mean, like, you know, anything.
And these days, you got to be careful, man. Like
oh,
now they've updated the DNA technology. Like there was that guy, he committed a murder in the 60s before I was born. Yeah, and they caught up with him a couple of months ago because of the DNA technology, and now he's in jail. 90-plus-year-old man. Yeah. 58 years and caught up with him.
I mean, like, I assume the technology.
And you know what? And sorry to cut you, right? Like,
no.
They got hold of the woman's clothing, and whatever what they used to spray the clothes, they found his semen on the thing, and that was that.
Jesus, that's that. Yeah. That's that. Oh man. I mean, hey. I mean, to be fair, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about that person. You know what I mean?
No, of course not, man. Of course not.
Yeah,
he's getting his due. You mean getting what's due to him? Tone said, "Yep, a lot of 80s and 90s boy band members sweating right now." Oh yeah, a lot of them are sweating. Trust me, they are. Yeah,
rock stars, all of them, whatever genre of music may have been popular. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, some words of encouragement for Toro. Like Daniel says, "Damn man, big up." Yeah, man. Mr. S says, "Big up Toro." I was technically homeless, Daniel, but I never ever had to sleep on the street itself. But
I'm gonna just guess here, BT. You sleep in the car? That's where I was for a long period of time. Sleeping in the car. You don't have to tell if you don't want to. I'm just like,
yeah, it wasn't a great time. It wasn't a great time, man. It just wasn't.
No, of course, of course, it's not a great time.
It wasn't a great
time. Of course, it's not a great time. I lived in, for what it's worth, I lived in a me and the old lady. We lived in a tent in Plumas National Forest for roughly a year. That's right outside of Reno, Nevada. So we lived in a tent for a year. You know what I mean? Like that means going through the winter season. We woke up one morning, right? And the roof of the tent was about an inch from our faces from the snow. To give you an idea.
Whoa.
Like, yeah. You know, but we were, the reason we did it, or well, one of the reasons we did it was because we had a choice. Right? We didn't have a choice. The bonus we made out of it was, hey, we weren't paying rent, so we would go into town every day, work our jobs, right? And then come home and basically have almost nothing that we had to pay for. So we stacked up cash.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, somebody jumped on there. I don't want
to. AM, what's good?
Hi, guys. Hope you are fine.
Yeah, we're good, man. What's happening?
I'm all right. Okay, thanks. I just discover your channel 5 minutes ago. I listened to your conversation. I think, and I thought I get inspired. You know, and I choose to subscribe and to join the chat. In true honesty, that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's just talking some boxing and about what's going on in the world and in our lives, man. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, what Toro
Yeah.
said there was, it was.
But in fact,
Sorry to cut you, though, but I'm just saying, as an older dude, to hear the younger dudes having to go through that,
yeah.
it's hurtful. I'll be honest with you.
Sobering was the word I was going to use.
Do
but I think that's better.
do you think that I will not be with all due respect, outside of the scope of your challenge, if the talks got not only about boxing, is it suitable for you or not?
I don't want, because I'm getting off soon. I don't want to introduce too much craziness. Just I don't want to have to take the stream down. So,
Yeah.
like and I'm not very familiar with you either. So, but
I understand. It's just because it's the
keep
same
it civilized. You know what I'm saying? Civilized the uncivilized.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I mean?
course. I got you. But the point just it's really with all due respect that I'm asking you, as it's your channel, and I don't want to be out of scope or to
Yeah.
to suggest topics or to talk about some things that is not suitable for you. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a laudable position to take, because you know what I mean. There's a lot of troublemakers, you might say, in the world.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
the OF girl came up big. Like, Shannon could spare the 20 mil. I mean, it would be like Shannon's getting paid out. I don't know how much dough he's got, but you know what I mean? The OF girl came up nice. Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what you know what I'm saying, sometimes I try to discover people, to learn from people, because my opinion, my position is, the more I know people from all around the world, the more I got the chance to enrich myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
That's
I understand
all.
it completely. I grew up. You might like this. I grew up with.
Yeah,
We all had the picture books when we were kids. The thing that always sticks out in my memory is I had this
yeah,
one book with an image, and it was an elephant, right?
yeah,
Everybody knows an elephant, and it was a series of blind men standing around the elephant, and one has
yeah,
the leg, and he says it's a pillar, and one has the ear, and he says, oh, it's
yeah,
a big leaf fan, and one
yeah,
has the nose, and he says it's a snake, right? And what you're supposed to take from it is only
yeah.
together,
Got it.
when we synthesize our mutual information, do we start to get a complete
Yeah,
view of what's actually happening around us.
yeah.
None of us,
I got
none of
I
us,
got
none
this.
of us, exactly, none of us has a complete picture, right?
Yeah,
Alone. We have
yeah,
to
yeah,
work,
yeah.
we have to coordinate our data.
You see, you see. If you kindly bear with me, some comments about what you just said. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Once again, through my life, it's no, it's the I don't know what's the number of the proof.
Hey, listen,
You
no
got
disrespect, yeah. I have to end the stream now. It's getting on to the 3 hours I've been on. Sorry about that, yeah. I have to
sorry.
end the
No problem, Beats. No problem,
stream. That's
Beats.
the
I
end, yeah.
appreciate you having me on, buddy.
All right,
And
Mr.
and
Duck,
and
peace out, yeah.
yep. Take care of
Peace.
yourself, bud.
All right, no
Peace.
problem.
So
I just got a feeling he's gonna say something crazy and just try and mess up the stream. I
Probably
don't
not
know.
even. probably not even meaning to. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
But just,
He's-
yeah. It was gonna go left. It was gonna go left.
touch and go, innit?
It was gonna go left. Man, how have you? Are you looking forward still to the Crawford Cannoli showdown?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I am looking forward to it.
Okay, because I'm gonna be like, that's like, you know what I mean. I got a lot of things going on in my life, like anybody, but I got that date circled on my calendar, right?
Right.
Whether it's you or whoever else lets me on the hangout when that thing's going live. Oh, you know what I mean? We're gonna be talking about it because I want to see how that goes. I want to see how that goes. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts privately, if you don't mind, real quick, and then I'll.
I'm not sure he's going to win yet. I'm still in 2 minds. I just wanted to read this chat before I get out. HC said, I heard Shannon was barely willing to give his daughter $30K for a wedding. Meanwhile, the OF girl gets 20 million. I tell you what, man. I'm not paying no 30K for no wedding.
Yeah,
I'm not paying no 30K for no wedding, bro.
Staying out of prison, on the other hand, is priceless.
I'd give her a certain budget for the wedding, but I'm not paying all that, man. And certainly, I mean, like, yeah, man.
He might not like the guy. Yeah. Sorry.
I've got to end now, man. Got to end it now.
I appreciate you having me on, Beats. Take care of yourself, bud.
Peace.